Hi guys, today we're gonna learn how to download the Microsoft Visual Studio Editor, and we will be starting applying some of the knowledge that I will share with you today. So without further ado, you can actually start doing what I'm doing. I'll be downloading the Microsoft Visual Studio download so we can start really um, working with each other. Okay, so you can actually just type in Google search. You'll find the first link here and click on it. You will find different versions of the editor, but you just need to download the community version, and it's free, as you can see here, and you will find it downloading here. So after downloading the Microsoft Editor in your computer, it will start like this. So you can actually start a new project. Okay, as you can see here, you have to choose C++. So why I'm starting really with C++? That's what I've found, from other instructors and people who have experience in working with different languages, that starting with this very language is better for you to actually learn more concepts about programming that you cannot find in other languages. And this is something I think is correct. I'm not expert. I'm still beginner, and I think we can actually learn together. So this is kind of the thing that what I'm doing here. So any kind of knowledge that I'm gaining, I will be happy to share it with you. So you can actually choose C++, as you can see here, all platforms. Okay. So I'm working with Windows, obviously, as you can see. So now you just click on empty project. Sorry, no, it's the second one. Console app application. So run code in a Windows terminal, prints hello world by default. So click on that, and after that, next. You can name the the project. So we can say like as the first thing we're starting. So hello world. Okay, and you can put allocation for this file. It's not necessary because I think it's default. You'll find that there. Here's what you can see as the first, thing that you will be encountering. This is the first thing that you will see um, when opening the first project. So we really don't need any of that because it's almost like instructions, and we're gonna go with it. Don't worry about it. So the first thing in C++, you must include libraries. In some other languages, most modern languages, you will find that libraries are included, by itself. So you don't have actually to include it on your own. But that will tell you something that you actually do everything here from scratch. So as we can see here, including the iStream. So this library is what makes you make orders. So console in, console out, as we can see afterwards. So it just gives order for the machine or for the computer itself to actually, input some information or output the information. So that's what it means. Okay, so this is the library that we are working with. And the other thing, we can add this line of code using namespace std and semicolon at the end of it. So what you can see here that this line of code actually, what it's do is it's actually make you type or write less code. So you don't have to type this. This is kind of the syntax that you use in C++, but if you just type this line of code, that would prevent you from just typing this std every time. So it goes like this, like std dot dot, and after that you add, the order that you're gonna do. So you'll find most people actually using it like this. So we don't want to make things harder on us, for at the moment. So just make things easy, and I think it's an easy thing, and you will get used to it. Now we can start with our main scope. So this is like the main global, we can say global scope. So this is um the main thing that we are working here. So here you put your, or you write your block of code in this area. Okay, so this is int. It means, or it's a short form of integer, and main is the global scope, as we can see here. So okay, so it's a function. It's a function, and this is something we're getting into. Don't worry about it. Okay, so we can start actually with some easy information, like if you say int, this thing means integer. So it means that if you type anything after it, as we can name it a variable. So variables are things that it's changeable. You can actually change the value of it. So we can say integer x equals 1. And we can say, or we can change it to another number like 4. So x is something that we add value to. And the integer, it's the type of that variable. So in this case, integer is a number. So we are we are typing, or we are using numbers. So we should say integer. If we want the text, as we will see later, we should say string. And you see now there is a red line here. It means there is an error. So we have to type a text in this case, like, I don't know, you can type anything. And after that, at the end of the line, as you can see here, we have to add semicolon. So this is kind of the syntax. So the syntax is like the way the language is spoken. So in languages or programming languages, you'll find different syntax from a language to another. And that's something that you'll learn easily if you mastered one language at a good level. Now, this is a string. So a string, it means a text. And if we want to make it a number, we just get it back to integer. And we're having our number now. Okay, can we declare another integer? Of course, we can add like 1, 2, 3 integers. You can add infinite number of integers or strings or whatever the variable that you want to declare. As you can see now, I added 3 different variables, and I name it differently because this is x. If I say x here, it means because the code is running from the upside to down, so it will be changing from 3 to 2. It's the same x, but it changed actually from number 3 to 2. So the value here is changeable in the variables. So in this case now, we have x, y, and z. And adding to this, we can do some basic math with it. So don't worry, it's really easy stuff. We're just doing the basics. Remember the library that we added here? So now we need it to actually ask the compiler to do this order. So console out, C out, it means console out, and this is the syntax for the console out. So now we want, it means typing. So this is what it means. So it means type this. So C out, console out in the window in front of the user, of course. See out what? I want to add X to Y. Very basic and simple math. So X plus Y. And we have to end the line with semicolon. As you can see now, we don't have any issues because the syntax of C++, you have to add semicolon at the end of lines. Don't forget that, and you would not actually forget it because if you apply what we are saying here more times, you wouldn't actually have any problem with it because it's like a second nature for you. So now, what are our guesses about the results of this basic addition? So x plus y. So x here equals 3 and y equals 2. So the result here would be 3 plus 2, so it should be 5. Okay, so I have to add another thing. This is something we have to type, and if even if you don't type it, the compiler itself would type it for you, and that's because it's returning the value as a successful value. So 0 it means successful operation, and 1 it means get it back as a false, and then it doesn't actually compile. So in this case now our code is complete. We can see now the result for console out x plus y. Let's see the result here together. As you can see here, the result is 5. So this is now a whole program that it's working, and we succeeded to make a basic math operation like addition. So what if I wanted to make um, another operation like subtracting? We should say console out and then those two symbols like that. And after that, I wanted a correct operation. So we should say C subtracted from Y and semicolon. See, if I didn't type the semicolon, it will give us here for the next line, like there's a red line, it means you have an error. And actually you can check that out here. So you can find here and you see here the description expected a semicolon. So I should go back here and type my semicolon. Now everything is good. But for my eyes, I really don't want to see the numbers, after each other at the same line, because whether you do like this, it doesn't actually result in anything, because everything is just after each other, unless you type separate lines. So how you separate lines in C++, you have to type console out and then quotation mark, and I don't know what's the name of this thing, but yeah, I think slash n, backslash n, and semicolon, because as you can see, there is a problem here. So now we have a separated lines. So if we run the program, we will be seeing x plus y equals 5 and z subtracted from y equals 2, which is true. And if I wanted more space here between those two lines, I could be typing like this, adding another line. So in this case, let us run the program and see the result. As you can see, we have another line. So this is like a very simple, basic thing about how to use C++ to do basic and simple math. You can do actually different um, operations like, multiplication. You can do division. Of course, that's working. So we can see that now. So x multiplied by y would be 6. So let's see here. That's absolutely true. So what if we like divided 4 by 2? Like z by y divided. Let's see the result. So it should be divided by y, it should be 4 divided by 2. It should be 2, right? So the result here is 2. So you can actually play with that. And this is the trick here. So you have to apply everything that you see. So, and you have to be comfortable doing it. And you can do different things, different operations. It doesn't matter, the numbers, because it will type whatever you do. So I hope that you learned something today with me. I hope it was fun for you to learn something new. And if you like what we did today, subscribe to my channel and see you in the next video. Bye bye.